When we are talking about Colorado homes in the mountains, especially in a ski resort area like Telluride, mountain, modern style, and architecture have really taken the cake. Today, I'm excited to show you one that is truly distinct, not just for its design and finish level, but also for its superior location that is practically trailside to the Telluride ski resort and also a 1 minute walk away to the Telluride Golf Club and to the pickleball and tennis courts. Stick around though. After we take a quick video tour of this home, I can't wait to walk to the ski slope and show you just how good the ski access is and just how good the walk to access to the Telluride Gondola and Mountain Village core itself are. Let's go inside and take a lap. Let's go. So this listing at 137 Vischer Drive is courtesy of our colleague, Eric Saunders, also of Telluride Properties. When we go inside, we're going to find 4 beds, 4 baths, 2 half baths, 3 levels, and 4,400 square feet of living space. The first thing I want to do, though, is point out we are at the end of this cul-de-sac. And what does that mean for you? That means it has privacy. Unlike, say, living in the Mountain Village core, which is where a lot of slope side properties are and where a lot of people really chase, you have a lot of privacy here. There are just 3 neighbors, and one of them is actually downhill over there. And so you almost never see them. And the other one is tucked away in the trees. Also, you will hardly see them. Now, being at a location like this, also notice this flat approach area. That means for you in the wintertime, it's not a challenging drive in, unlike some of these properties in the Mountain Village. And you get a lot of solar exposure here. So what does that also mean? That means a lot less thinking about the snow removal. As with all Mountain Village homes, we have third exterior stonework. In this case, we have that iconic Telluride gold stone, which is quarried all the way across the valley near the airport and the Soaring Ranch area. Really cool stuff. The first place I want to go is through the downstairs area, because imagine you're coming home from skiing and this is where you would be received. We have this mudroom with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lockers to neatly store your gear. This door here is to the garage, to the laundry and mechanical. Now, in this area, we have a bunk room, guest room, lots of natural light coming in through there. On the corner, we have a bunk room for 4, dual vanities, separate water closet from that guest room. Quick check for the half bath that greets you from the mudroom. And this is an awesome media room, entirely separate living area from the primary living area. As you can see, we have an excellent wet bar with 2 refrigerators and space to fully stock a wet bar, and all of this area for watching the game, for your teenagers to hang out, etc. And it flows out into this shaded patio, which of course is equipped with a hot tub and of course has a separate entrance to the bedroom, the bunk room that we just saw. We have great mature landscaping. You cannot see it, but they are there. The nearest neighbor is on the other side of those trees, but it is quiet, and the mature landscaping really fills that in. And we have this walkway, which would take us up to the main living area, dining area, etc. of this 4,400 square foot, 4 bed, 4 bathroom, plus 2 half bath, ski access, golf access home. Now we are back outside so we could enter the way you would enter as a guest. So the home itself does have radiant in-floor heat, which of course means we also have snow melted driveway, in addition to the fact that it's just a sunny lot in general. And so you could rely on the sun to melt a lot of the snow or prevent a giant accumulation in general. Let's go up the stairs. Now this is the mid-level. You can see already we have this glass wall that opens up to the living area, and we'll go into the main entrance here. As we enter, we are greeted by this incredible chandelier. Check that out. It goes all the way to the ceiling. And this shows you how much volume we have. Massive soaring vaulted ceilings. This floor also has a primary bedroom, as well as the kitchen, living, dining, and access to that patio. We're gonna start here in the primary. Again, high ceilings, lots of volume here. Some homes like this will use all of the space in the primary level for a larger great room, but I really appreciate how this home actually has a bedroom on that level. So just imagine you're hosting family. You might have grandparents in the mix. Having access to the main floor instead of having to go into a basement or going upstairs is really nice. Look at these hardwood built-ins. We have the garage. Sorry, we have this gas fireplace, and you have incredible views. Literally from the orientation of this lot, every window in the house offers some incredible view. In this case, we're looking north to the San Sophias, and you could look west for the west end of the valley. When we're on the very top floor, we'll see Wilson Peak from the windows facing that direction. Quick check for this primary bathroom. We have the soaking tub. We have really cool artistic finishes here. Awesome lighting. We have a walk-in shower on this side, and we have the water closet on this side. Now I just want to bring a little more attention. Look at the cool lighting that illuminates down here. Really smooth surface for a really glossy, cool. Now let's go check out the living and dining area. More hardwood built-in storage, both inside and outside. I'm going to take a shortcut. We're going to go to the living area. Stone chimney, lots of glass, lots of steel. Now, I would argue that a patio like this offers one of the best sunset experiences you could ever want or ask for. It does wrap around, and you have this western orientation. So when you're in Telluride, it is an east-west valley. If you've spent time in Telluride and you're familiar with the alpenglow, the sun sets in the west, and you'll literally just be sitting in the glow of those sunsets every evening, which is really cool. And this is a perfect place to experience it with a seamless flow through directly into the living area of this home. Another thing to point out while we're here, these views open up tremendously in the wintertime. We're surrounded by all this classic Colorado aspen, but the leaves fall in the winter, of course, and that means that you see all the more peak views opening up in the winter, and these large glass windows just perfectly frame those iconic views of the 13 and 14,000 foot peaks that surround Telluride and Mountain Village. So Eric, our listing agent, and his team are here now. Hello, everybody. We have an awesome chef's kitchen here. We have a 6-burner stove with the plancha, the flat top. Cook your bacon and eggs there. Of course, it's all gas range, restaurant quality appliances. Stepping out to the patio where we have the gas grill. You get a little bit of shade from the design itself here. And remember, just below us is an entirely other patio that's always in the shade with that hot tub. Now we'll use this other door to step on inside and go upstairs. Back to this to die for chandelier that goes from the ceiling almost to the floor. Floating staircase, hardwoods. I love this separate sitting area that gives you nice separation from down below and perfectly frames these northern views of the peaks. Again, so much volume and space here. We have 2 bedrooms, each with an ensuite bath. Stepping up, of course, these cool built-in storage and dressing area. Continuing with this theme of high volume soaring ceilings that let in natural light from all directions. These are, of course, electronic blinds, so everything is handled by a switch, not a drawstring. Again, you can wake up to views like this. You can block out the sun to sleep in, or you can have it motivate you to get out of bed and go get that day of skiing or biking or golfing or whatever the day may have in store for you. We have another soaking tub in here with the dual vanity continued, glass walled shower, nice travertine, glass walled water closet, another window there, high ceiling still, windows on all 3 sides of this bedroom still. So again, incredible views. I wish the camera could capture the views as well as actually seeing them in person. But if you're familiar from skiing here or spending any other time, these are the views that you capture skiing down, say, Sea Forever, and pretty much anywhere up high from the ski area, anywhere higher than, say, Chairlift 5. Okay, so we get the very tip of Mount Wilson here. Oh, you can't see it well from the screen, but Mount Wilson is right there. Of course, that is the famous Coors Can Peak, the iconic view from Telluride that you especially capture from the Greyhead Wilderness and El Tesoro, one of the most coveted view corridors around. Now, we also have Palmyra Peak here. So anyone who really likes that adventure skiing and has maybe hiked Palmyra Peak, yes, we do have a video on Palmyra Peak. If you haven't done it and just want to learn about it, if it's in your wheelhouse or not, it's a really cool experience that Telluride can provide. You get a view of that peak here from the bedroom window. All right, so we're going to go back outside now. I promised you a quick glimpse at walking to the skiing, and let's check out that ski access. But as we go there, this is a view that you'll recognize if you're, say, getting off the top of Chairlift 14 or from the Revi Bowl area, Revelation Bowl. This is what you call the Heavens 11 couloir on the face of the Wasatch Peak. And yes, this does get skied by our local legends. Right down, it's hard to imagine. That's the line. This is another line. That would be the Grandfather couloir. Now, the only one I've done is the Y couloir, which is this one. But that's a whole separate topic, I suppose. Okay, let's go down and check out the ski access, which is to the Meadows ski run. We will do that all the way from downstairs. So let's go all the way downstairs to check out our ski access, just so we could help picture better what it's like to gear up and go out the door and go skiing. So put your boots on here on the bench, exit this way. My second hand is at the 30-second mark, and we're going to speed this up just so we can go and see it for ourselves. Okay, that was literally 30 seconds. You can click into your skis right here and ski in. There you actually see the magic carpet, which is where beginners learn how to ski. In the summertime, this is literally the driving range of the golf course. And of course, there is the Peaks Hotel. But this is the driving range. And just on the other side of the driving range is the clubhouse. So that's where one would start their day of golfing. And your access is that convenient. So when we're talking about these ski in, ski out homes, no, you are not directly, literally on the slope. You're technically walk to ski, but look how easy that is. It's 30 seconds to get there. What is the trade-off? You have privacy here. You're not necessarily in some of these other areas that provide direct ski access, like the Mountain Village Core, which is a popular place to purchase a home and stay. Instead, you have this end of the road privacy along this cul-de-sac with only 3 homes. Now, what about skiing in? You don't want to hike up what you skied down. Hey, it really is just as easy. As you're skiing down from the top of Chairlift 1, this is still the ski run in the wintertime that goes right over the parking area and the tee box. So if you're skiing in, you remain downhill all the way from the top of the chairlift here. And this area is still groomed right around typically to the edge of the trees. And then people who live on Vischer Drive will unclick from their skis or use their poles to push in all the way to the driveway here. Now let's imagine we're doing that. Let's say we click out of our skis here, and as you know, it's just 30 seconds to walk back, in this case, just ever so gently downhill, back to the mudroom and garage where you could be received at 137 Vischer and enjoy your après cocktail on that gorgeous deck from the main living and dining area. Okay, so what else makes this home special? This proximity that I'm talking about, where you walk to the Mountain Village core and you have ski access that's just that easy and that simple, makes this home an absolute rental machine. Now, it's probably a 50-50 split on whether or not people want to rent a home like this or keep it to themselves privately. But rest assured, when you have a location like this, you will pump out or have the opportunity to achieve much higher short-term rental numbers than most places. In the Mountain Village, I mean, sure, you'll get high rental numbers if you choose a larger 2 to 3 acre estate lot high up on the hill. But then you're at a great distance, you're at driving distance away from the Mountain Village core. And so therefore, you just get less rentals. If getting short-term rental income is important to you, it just happens to be that this is a fantastic opportunity to do it, certainly above average. Now, right now, I am walking back up to Mountain Village Boulevard. If I flip around the camera, you'll be able to see the gondola in the other direction. There's the gondola that links Mountain Village to the Mountain Village core to the Mountain Village market. And if I walk this way about another 30 seconds, it takes me to Mountain Village Boulevard, a quick left-hand turn, and another, honestly, 3-minute, maybe faster walk will take me directly to the Mountain Village core. So when I say you're less than a 5-minute walk from this address to the Mountain Village core and the Telluride Gondola, I mean it. That's an honest assessment. I have chosen, though, to just turn around because you could get to the Mountain Village core just as easily, perhaps, if you go this direction. So here we are, back at the fork. Left brings you to the actual home and that cul-de-sac. Right brings you to the tennis courts, pickleball courts, driving range. Now that we're talking about it, also, it brings you to the Jurassic Trail and to the cross-country Nordic ski trails that are the other side of the driving range along the golf course in the wintertime. But if we continue this direction and just go to the Peaks Hotel, which is about a 2-minute walk from here, it would then only be another 1.5 minutes from the lobby of the Peaks Hotel to hike into the Mountain Village core area, which is the gondola and the base of Chairlift 4 to bring you up to the Telluride Ski Resort. And it really is just that easy. Now, just another quick check if we turn around. This chairlift is Chairlift 1. And at the very bottom, that brings us to Chairlift 10. And if you already know Telluride, Chairlift 10 brings you almost to the top of the ski resort. And that's where we see the largest concentration of ski and ski out homes on the most well-known ski runs such as Double Cabins and Sundance If you found this useful, of course, like and subscribe. And in the description, you can find our free buyer's guide that you can download. It'll contain all of the pertinent information that you might need for your consideration. If you're just in the let's think about it phase, this looks interesting. Anything in Telluride or Mountain Village looks interesting. You'll find a lot of information there. You can also find our everything you need to know about short-term rental guide in the description. As I mentioned, a home like this is an above average short-term rental machine that could honestly produce in the mid 250, upwards of $300,000 in revenue per year if you even chose to rent it, which you may not. I'm Jonathan Yassine, Telluride Properties, and thank you Eric Saunders and team for helping us show your listing here at 137 Vischer Drive. See you in the next one.